Hello and welcome to the crypto jungle. On this channel, we keep crypto simple. We look at the price, we look at the volume, try to figure out if we're bullish, bearish, or crabbish. And in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's making a move. Oh my God, everybody's freaking out. Crypto Twitter is super bullish again. You know, there's hope on the horizon. And when there's hope on the horizon, probably a downside move coming. So we can take a look at the bullish targets. We are breaking out of a consolidation so we can entertain the temporary short-term bullish targets, but I am still macro bearish. You don't want to just look at my face. Let's dive right into the charts. Taking a look at the king of all crypto, Bitcoin. So we are on the weekly chart here. Excuse me. Taking a look at this consolidation. We're respecting the lower end of the range. So we saw some nice demand on this weekly candle, demand, and now we're getting a bullish candle. So we do have some bounce potential here. Let's go up even higher to the monthly. And the monthly chart doesn't look too shabby either. You know, we have about 24 hours in this chart before we close out the month here. And, you know, if it pulls above 35,000, so if we rally to 35,000 today within a 24-hour period, I'm going to have to change my tune for the short term. And we've got some, you know, we can definitely revisit some higher levels. So this is a very high time frame chart that we're looking at. And if we get enough demand to close a candle body higher than this candle body open, then that's a very positive sign. So I'm still macro bearish on thinking that, you know, we have not completed the price cycle just yet, but something to pay attention to, of which I personally don't think will happen. But if it does happen, by the time you're watching this video, make note of that. So a close in the next 24 hours above $35,000 would be a very positive sign that would force me to close all short positions and just take a look at possible trend direction. So let's take a look at the weekly. I want to kind of break down cycle to cycle here with some things that we've seen using the alphanumerics indicator. So I'm going to turn alphanumerics on here on the weekly. And what I'm going to do is take a sip of coffee. Good morning if it's morning to you, good afternoon if it's afternoon, and good evening if it's evening. So going back to the previous cycle, now the previous cycle had a blow off top. This cycle had a double top. So there are already a few differences, but at the same point in time, we have similar characteristics in that we had a large rally that had a large shakeout and then a large dead cat bounce. This dead cat bounce is quite unique because it did form a new all-time high. But if we kind of look at the structure in that way, where we have, you know, think of this as the double top. Basically, we have a bearish cross, bullish cross, bearish cross on the weekly for alphanumerics, and here we have bearish cross, bullish cross, bearish cross, which kind of brings us to this downtrend right here, and then this rally. So if we go past the bearish, bullish, bearish, we have this downtrend, and then we have this rally. So following along with kind of the ebbs and flows, not necessarily in terms of the structure at support and resistance, but the ebbs and flows of the moving average of price, we can kind of find ourselves that this area right here, let me actually try and draw that. Am I going to be able to draw that? See if my pen is working. My pen working? No, it's not. Come on, pen. Hook up. Look up for me, please. Right here. Okay, so basically what I'm talking about here is, you know, this rally right here equates to this rally right here. Now, the downtrend from that created a new low in our price cycle, whereas the downtrend here created an equal low. But then once it reached this kind of macro support range, which is what we're looking at, our macro support range, we had a small rally. So this is the bearish thing to look out for. This is, let me kind of clean up the chart a little bit. This is the bearish thing that we're watching out for. We're watching out for a rally that just makes it to the underside of the next one. So that would be somewhere around $35,000 to potentially $37,000, maybe a revisit up to the EMAs here at around 40. Very unlikely in my opinion, but absolutely a possibility because we do have some high time frame moves on the monthly and the weekly. So we could absolutely reach some of those targets. But I'm still watching out for this. Now, if we do get a rally, kind of a bull trap situation, gets everybody really excited again, watch for that turn. Watch for that turn to the downside because that will likely bring us back down to the support range at around $30,000, where we could potentially finally get the capitulation. You know, I'm very impatient about this capitulation. I really want the market to reset. And until we get that move, we're just not going to reset. So until we get that reset, until we get a multi-month accumulation, we're just chopping, and nobody likes chop. You know, everybody thinks that we can, you know, take off from here and begin a bull market. It's just not likely. It's really not likely. If we go back to just the simplicity of the price cycle, the Wyckoff price cycle, the third law of Wyckoff, actually, let's pull it up. Or sorry, the second law of Wyckoff is the law of cause and effect. Okay, and what that basically is referring to, excuse me, is you need to build a cause to have an effect. So in the context of a price cycle, the cause is sideways trading in the oversold condition, also known as accumulation. So the only reason markup or a bull market happens is because of a long-term accumulation, a long-term sideways trading environment. Then when you have a markdown or a bear market, the only reason that happens is because of a long-term trading environment in the overbought conditions. The cause is the consolidation, the effect is the direction and the move, the impulse of price. So what I want from Bitcoin is I want to fucking capitulate so that we can trade sideways for many months. Everybody gets bored, everybody leaves, and we're building a cause. We can trade sideways in the oversold condition, accumulating for, 3, 6, 24, 18 months, 24 months, whatever, until we can build a bullish, a long enough accumulation that we can continue the price cycle and actually go into a bull market. So as it stands right now, this is not ideal because what it just triggers is just more chop, more uncertainty, harder trades, harder execution, lots of getting stopped out. And yeah, it's just kind of just get it over with. Get it over with. New demand? No, this is just, we're in oversold conditions, so there just wasn't enough sellers and people willing to go long. The Bitfinex knew something, man. I don't know. But yes, speaking of getting stopped out, did get stopped out of my short position on BTC. Not the end of the world. If you practice appropriate risk management, this failure of a trade equates to 1% of the account loss. It's very important, especially when you're in a choppy environment. Guys, if you are not calculating your trades, if you are not calculating your losses ahead of time so that you know exactly how much you're on the hook for if you're wrong, you need to fucking learn about risk management. It is the most important thing when you are in a choppy environment. The most important. You have to be able to know your downside exposure. So, not a big deal. You're going to get stopped out a lot, and you should go on your trading journey. You should move through this market with the expectation of getting stopped out a lot. And the only way that doesn't matter, the only way that you're able to take losses is when you calculate risk. When you win, it makes up for all of the losses, far and above. It's the wins are where things are really, really, amazing. The losses you need to calculate. So if you're just putting arbitrary numbers on coins and not necessarily using a stop loss, not looking at structural distances, and not calculating how much of your account balance will be taken from you in the event that your stop loss is triggered, I highly recommend follow the links below. We can get you up to speed on risk management, how to appropriately trade this market so that you're able to take the trading ideas that you have conviction on that you might just be timid on because you've been chopped out too many times. So if that's you, if you're like looking at the charts and you're like, oh, I know it's going to do this, but I'm scared if I'm wrong. It's because your position size is too large, or it's just not being calculated appropriately. So use the coupon code BEAR, links below, pick any package, and you get 2 months, you get 2 payments of 25% off, which means if you choose the yearly package, you get 2 years of 25% off. And if you choose the monthly package, you get 2 months of 25% off. So go ahead, take a look at the links below. Taking a lot of willpower for me to not ape everything into ETH or Avalanche right now. Well, let me help you quell that nonsensical behavior right now. Let me show you exactly why altcoins are not worth your time. They are not worth your time. It's Bitcoin season, my friend. It is Bitcoin season, and I'm going to appropriately demonstrate why that is right now with a few charts. So we've got, pull up BTC perp. So there are some structural points in the market. We have the seller's climax, automatic rally, secondary test. I marked all those lines on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and GMT. So I'm going to just, I don't know where they went on Bitcoin, so let's put them back there. So seller's climax, automatic rally, and secondary test. So look at the structure here, okay? Crypto is a highly correlated market, but look at the structure. So in this most recent rally, Bitcoin has left the top of the automatic rally line. It has broken past the upthrust, the secondary upthrust level, and it's made a new high inside of this consolidation. So Bitcoin has the most strength. Furthermore, look at the downside here. The bottom of it has basically no price action whatsoever. There's no, we're not visiting the bottom here at all. Now, if we take a look at Ethereum, it's broken out past the area of the secondary test. So we're above the middle resistance, but we have not created a new high inside of this structure. We have not gotten past this upthrust. We have not gotten above the level of the automatic rally. It's weaker. It's weaker. Not only is it weaker to the upside, it dumps more. Okay, this is very important to understand. There's a reason you don't go long on altcoins in a Bitcoin bear market. They pump less and they dump more. If you're interested in losing all your money, then proceed. If you're interested in making money, you need to understand that it's about Bitcoin on the long side. If you are choosing to go long, it's about Bitcoin on the long side. And if you're choosing to go short, it's Ethereum, or in my case, GMT. So this represents kind of the Bitcoin resiliency. Then we have second in command, we have Ethereum resiliency, and now we have a shitcoin here. And the shitcoin, same thing, even weaker. Look at the rally here. Not even able to make it above the middle resistance. It is not the time for shitcoins. It is not the time for shitcoins. It is not the time for fucking shitcoins. I like Avalanche. If you buy Avalanche, it's going to perform worse than Ethereum, which is going to perform worse than Bitcoin, which is going to perform worse than the dollar. The dollar is where you want to be. The dollar is where you want to be. Ultimately, a lot of people saying, oh, the dollar's inflating to nothing. Yeah, it's, you'd rather take 90% down instead of 7% down on the dollar. It's fucking ridiculous. How do we know when it's time to DCA into altcoins though? So, here's the thing. There's a couple things. First of all, going back to kind of the price cycle, we need to be inside an accumulation range. So first we need capitulation. Once we hit capitulation, by the way, I will be taking a spot position in BTC. That's a hodl position of BTC. Not Ethereum, not anything else. Bitcoin only, because this chart right here, you know what? I gotta fix my, I lost my secondary monitor here. Come on, Apple, fix your shit. Uno momento. Let's see if we can get this going here. Whoa, looking into infinity, bro. All right, let's try and fix that. There we go. I'm taking a look at Bitcoin dominance, okay? Bitcoin dominance is trending up. So we're at 46% right now. My ultimate goal for Bitcoin dominance is 60%. So basically, while this chart is trending up, it is not the time to DCA into altcoins. I would also say that DCAing into altcoins in general is not really, it's a very short window. It's a very short window. Let me try to kind of demonstrate this in a different way. I don't know how I can do this. Let me do it this way. Let's do a top and bottom type view. All right, so let's do total 2, which is the entire cryptocurrency market cap excluding Bitcoin. And I'm going to do 5 years. I'm going to turn alphanumerics off. Let's make this really clean, really easy to see. And let's do logarithmic, auto. And we'll erase all that junk. This one, let's hide the drawings. Turn off that. Turn off that. Go 5 years. Okay. So basically, once you reach the accumulation, like you can see here, Bitcoin rallied quite aggressively. Look, it got above all of its major resistances. Altcoins didn't come fucking close. Not even fucking close. Okay, so here's like the last rally. Fuck, I gotta turn all this shit off. Okay, I'll just draw it another time. I'll add it later. Bitcoin, here's the kind of the blow off top, dead cat bounce. Blow off top, dead cat bounce. Right? Bitcoin got it up to the dead cat bounce and actually wicked above the dead cat bounce. Altcoins didn't even come halfway up to the dead cat bounce. Not even fucking close. Okay? Then the reaction went nearly back down to the seller's climax. Bitcoin, not even close. Not even close. It didn't even get anywhere near the area of the seller's climax. Altcoins damn near traded all the way back down. So at this point, there's still no DCA. This is about a year later after capitulation. Okay, a year past capitulation, still no DCA into altcoins. So we're still like 18 months out potentially. Then we had a rally that was pretty weak in altcoins, didn't get past this level right here. Same thing on Bitcoin, we just did it from a higher level. Then we had the COVID shakeout right here. COVID shakeout went down below the seller's climax. Bitcoin did not go below the seller's climax. So basically there was two capitulations. There was the capitulation that started the bear market, and then there was the capitulation that started the bull market. That's basically where you want to start dollar cost averaging into altcoins. At the capitulation, and you can start making notes when you get further on in the bear market, but at the second capitulation of the bear market, the large volume event that kicks off the bull market, that's when you can start gaining exposure to altcoins, because it was only at that point that we really started to, comparatively do well against Bitcoin. But there's no fucking rush, guys. There's no fucking rush. The bull market sucks people in. It sucks people in, and they don't touch Bitcoin. You want to know where Bitcoin maxis are born? They're born in the bear market because they watch the altcoins not rally, and they watch them fucking trade to zero. If you have a 100% altcoin portfolio right now, it will trade to what feels like fucking zero. It will trade to what feels like zero. You're down 70% right now. You're going to be down another 70% on top of that. And then just for good measure, you're going to go down another 70% on top of that as well. It's not ugly. It's not nice. It's very ugly. Okay. So, basically, what you are going to want to do is you're going to want to learn how to love Bitcoin, because 90% of the time you're supposed to be in Bitcoin. That 10%, the bull market, which equates not very much of any price cycle, 10 to 15%, that's when you have altcoin exposure. And dollar cost averaging, I just don't really buy it. I dollar cost average Bitcoin. I don't dollar cost average altcoins. But the other thing to go along with that is, the altcoins that were back here. So everybody got all sucked in 2017 and they fell in love with all of these altcoins. They fell in love with all these altcoins. Let's actually go and take a look at those altcoins right now. Let's pull up a tab. And let me illustrate a point. Coin market cap. Coin market cap. And historical snapshots. So everybody fell in love with altcoins during the bull market of 2017. And we'll go to 2018. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at what coin market cap looked like. Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Cardano. Nothing new there, really. NEM, Litecoin, Tron, Stellar, IOTA. We don't see these ones anymore. Dash, you don't hear about that. EOS, nope. Neo, Qtum, Lisk, Icon, Nano, Siacoin, Bytecoin, Zcash, Verge, Omisego, BitConnect. They're all fucking gone. They're all gone. They trade to zero. They leave. They're gone. They don't come back. So when we look at today, let's call some of them out right now. These are the ones that are not coming back. Potentially, I wouldn't be surprised. Solana, Polkadot, Shiba Inu, whatever the fuck this is. Near, I wouldn't be surprised either. Like, they leave, they're gone. They go away, they trade to zero, and nobody cares about them anymore. Because what ends up happening, what sparks off the new bull market, is innovations in the space. So you get innovations in the cryptocurrency space that drive demand. So whatever the innovation is, whether it's, a new way that we do DeFi, a new way that we do DAOs, it could be tokenized stocks. We don't know what the innovation is going to be, but when the innovation comes, there's going to be a whole bunch of new shitcoins, a whole new roster of coins. Okay, so when do you start DCAing altcoins? The moment you want to start losing money. That's when you start DCAing into altcoins. It's better to wait for the bull market to kick off and then start getting into these altcoins for the new cycle, the new fucking, trying to find the new Solana, trying to find the new Theta, trying to find all of that stuff. Your favorite coins are not going to make it. And that's just a harsh reality and not something that a lot of people want to hear. There's a lot of problems with crypto, and those problems are going to be fixed. And when those problems are fixed, they're going to be fixed with new protocols, new coins. So I don't think it's, I'm not DCAing into altcoins. That was a very long-winded way of me saying I'm not fucking touching altcoins. All right. Bitcoin index chart. Turn these arrows off. The number one reason that you want altcoins is you're trying to make money. Okay, so that right there that's it. Like, you're trying to make money, so you want to buy altcoins. But the reality is, you won't make money. You won't. you will only lose money. So why buy the thing that's going to lose you money when you have this other thing that will make you money? Buy the thing that will make you money. And that's Bitcoin. You're not getting a fucking 100x, man. You're not. Stop trying. You're not going to get 100x until 2025. Oops. Move that whole thing. Okay, let's catch up with the chat here. How do we know when it's okay? Yeah, I already answered that. Acely, what's your opinion on Kadena as a project? If you've heard of it, I've heard of it. I don't care about it. I think it's, you know, it'll go into a long-term accumulation like anything, and even it came in later. ADA. So if it can start to build apps, which it hasn't done yet, then it could be something worth paying attention to. But as it stands right now, it's just a hyped bullshit YouTuber influencer coin that I think will likely trade to zero. That's the more likely outcome. I think it's a fucking useless shit coin. Not a popular opinion, a lot of KDA fans out there. But I mean, look at what it's done. It's done nothing but lose you money. If it goes into a multi-year accumulation, number one, that's from the technical side. And number two, they start to build applications that are user-friendly and valuable. And number three, there are users who use those applications. Then you have the bull case. Then you have the bull case. And we could see this pulling a Solana or something like that. But if it doesn't have those three things, it's just a YouTube hype train. Have a look at the Avalanche ETH pair. Okay, but here's the thing. I'll look at that. And then I'll explain a few things. Okay. No. Come on. Avalanche ETH. Why is it not giving me an Avalanche ETH? Wrapped ETH? There we go. So Avalanche against Ethereum has plummeted back down to its macro support range. It's very oversold and it's not performing well. So Avalanche is a shittier buy than Ethereum. Now let's look at Ethereum against BTC. Come on. Why are you... Come on, give me what I want. BTC, come on. Why are you glitching out on me? What the hell is going on? Because I'm putting the slash? Probably because I'm putting the slash. Okay. So now we've established that Avalanche is a bad buy against Ethereum. Okay. And now we have Ethereum against Bitcoin. So it's a textbook Wyckoff distribution. Up thrust, last point of supply, heading much down, heading down to lower levels. It's lost its support range and it's now in a technical downtrend heading down. So that trend will probably continue. So that means that Ethereum is a shittier buy than Bitcoin. Okay, so that's that. And now we'll take a look at BTC USD. BTC USD is losing value against the dollar. It's heading down against the dollar. So let's put this all together. Avalanche is a worse buy than Ethereum. Ethereum is a worse buy than Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is a worse buy than the dollar. So what's the best buy? The dollar. What's the second best buy? Bitcoin. What's the third best buy? Ethereum. And what's the worst buy? Anything else. You guys really need to snap out of it. I come on these streams and I see people asking me about shitcoins. You gotta fucking snap out of it. You really do, or you're gonna whittle your account away to fucking nothing. Then you're gonna leave your tail between your legs and you're gonna be gone for the whole bear market and you're not going to know what's going on in crypto You're not going to know where the innovation is. And then you're going to come back halfway through the bull market of the next cycle, and you're going to repeat the same bullshit over and over and over again. You need to break the cycle. Snap out of it. It's not the time for altcoins. Not the time. Just snap the fuck out of it. If you want to make money, you do so with Bitcoin, or you do so with cash. Learn how to trade the short term. You take 10%, not 100%. You take 10%. You compound that. I'm telling you, this is not a bull market. This is not a bull market. You can't trade like you traded before. You can't invest like you invested before. It does not work. It is the fast track to loser town. It's the fast track to goblin town. Been down this road before. You can either heed the warning or find out for yourself. You know, the market is the best teacher, and the market will teach you. Market will teach you. I'm here kind of, you know, telling you what the market's trying to say. But if you're not listening, that's fine, because the market will slap you in the fucking face and show you. 99% Bitcoin right now? Ooh. Yeah, I don't know, man. I do not know. Good day, Whimsy the Crypto Hippie. How's it going? Fuck, I love that music. Okay, cool. Yeah, Dysix 90% BTC. Like, what's the 1%? Why didn't you just say you're all in? If you're okay with losing half of that, that's fine. 2025, yeah. I bought the bottom of AMB, taking it lowest price in 5 years. It can get lower. I do believe in carefully picking your investments. 5 years of selling middle now. Who always speaks the brutal reality that nobody wants to believe. I try. I'm getting a little bit more aggressive because I feel like people are still just not waking up to it, you know. It's okay if you didn't wake up to it here, but by the time we broke down of this, and especially when you look at Bitcoin dominance, this is not a chart to fuck with, okay? I'm so fucking aggressive this morning. Man, I am aggressive this morning. My apologies. If this is your first time to the stream, I'm not usually this fucking preachy, but yeah, I don't know what's gotten into me this morning. But basically, the Bitcoin dominance chart, it's not something to mess with, like, at all. Do not fuck with this chart. Do not trade against this chart. If you trade against this chart, you're gonna have a bad time. If you French fry when you should have pizza, you're gonna have a bad time, okay? Shout out to any of the South Park fans that got that. This has to be trending down. This has to be trending down for you to be in a favorable environment. When we're trading sideways and threatening a breakout, do not trade against this chart. Do not do it. This represents alts pumping less and dumping more. This coffee's extra strong today. Yeah. But you can invest small amounts in prices that are good. The prices aren't good. The prices are going to be better after an 85% crash. There are no good prices. There's no investments, man. There's no investments. There's no fucking investments in crypto. There's one. Bitcoin. It's the one that nobody wants to invest in. Nobody wants to fucking stack sats. Bitcoin's slow. You can't make money in Bitcoin. Bitcoin gives you a 100% return on average every single fucking year when averaged over a 5-year period. Bull market, bear market doesn't matter. When you average the gains of Bitcoin over a 5-year period, it gives you 100% returns per year. People are too greedy. You're too greedy. You got to stop it. You can make money. You can make some power fucking moves in a bull market. Don't get me wrong. Do not get me wrong. You can make 100x trades in a bull market. It's very, very possible. That is such a small time window. It's such a small time window. And if you try to catch that during the 90% of the time when that's not even an option, you're just going to lose all your money, man. You need cash. You need cash. Yeah, I don't want people to lose. I've been there, man. I've been there. You know, I've made a lot of mistakes. You know, I wasn't some rock star trader when I started. The first cycle is always a wash. The second cycle, you still make some mistakes. You know, when you really kind of, you know, you come away fair in the second market. But yeah, the first one, you're always going to just get completely slaughtered. Honestly, your first cycle, you get slaughtered. And if you're not already slaughtered, if you're at break even, then that just tells me that we're not done yet, that we're ready for capitulation, and you will give up. You will give up. That's the definition of the metric that I'm looking for. Oh yeah, AMB. What the fuck is AMB? AMB. Jesus fucking Christ. What the hell is this? Yeah, dude. It's just ready to flatline. It's just ready to flatline. This is, you know, it can go much lower. It can go much, much lower. It's already flatlined. This is nothing. This is a big nothing sandwich. This is a dead coin. This is a dead coin that had a little revival during the bull market, and now it's dead again. I would not be buying this. I wouldn't touch this with a 20-foot fucking pole. This is a dead coin. That's the thing that sucks about crypto, okay? When a stock dies, when a company dies, the stock gets delisted, okay? Very rare that people actually delist cryptos. It's too many. They just die. And then they're just these illiquid garbage shit coins. I wouldn't waste my fucking time with this. What is it doing on my screen? Get it off. Baloo, look at the trading volume day by day, the whale's behavior, interest rates changing, etc. Miss ticks? What are you talking about? Which ticker? Are you talking about AMB? There's no fucking whales here, dude. This isn't a liquid shitcoin. These volume signatures are because there's higher volume trading out of the norm. You look taller on that soapbox. Just consider where we are. Dude, I don't reckon. Which altcoin do you recommend I DCA into? Tushy, are you trying to piss me off? What the fuck are you talking about? Which altcoin? Well, there's a few. There's Tether, there's USDC, DAI, Frax, Faye. There's a couple of them out there. Hey, why are you so bullish on this fucking dumb shit? Give me my coin gecko. It's ranked 1200. It's highly, highly unlikely this is ever coming back. Highly unlikely. Low cost, ultra secure, layer 1 blockchain scaling solution with high throughput and decentralized storage, designed for enterprise, optimized for the future of DeFi, NFTs, and Internet of Things. So it's been around for a while. Where is the apps? Explore ecosystem. This is a block explorer. So it's a dead chain that does nothing. that nobody's building on, that nobody has built on, been around for years, and there's not a single user. It's nothing, man. It's a big fucking nothing sandwich. Fundamentally, it's nothing. Technically, it's nothing. Done wasting my time with that. Network works great. I'm sure it does. I'm sure the blockchain works phenomenal. You're the only one using it. There's no volume. What's a good investment? Cash. Let's show you. Let me show you the good investment right now. It's cash. So everybody's bearish on the dollar. Listen up. The dollar is breaking out of a long-term consolidation. We're on a reaction right now. If we make a new high, the best place for your money in terms of an investment is something where you're holding something long-term. The best place for that type of scenario is going to be the dollar. It's going to be the dollar. Wherever you're from, whatever currency you are using, the dollar will be outperforming it. It will be outperforming equities. It will be outperforming crypto. It will be outperforming your local fiat currency. If this breaks a new high, there's a time to invest and there's a time to trade, okay? Traders trade assets for money. Investors trade money for assets. I don't think we're in the conditions for the latter. We're in the conditions for the former. It's a trader's market. It's not an investor's market. It's a trader's market. The only people who are going to make money in this market are traders. So if we break past 104, it's going to continue to rally. And the dollar is going to be the strongest investment because it will only lose 10%. Everything else will lose more. If we take a look at, taking a look at the Dow, we're at the top end of this channel here. We are reacting positively here, but there's a ton of downside room. Shout out to Wyckoff Analytics for this channel. This channel that I'm identifying here. So there's 30% down in the Dow, potentially. Taking a look at the S&P. Let's go to the monthly on the S&P. Similar story, different chart. We're at the upper end of the range where we need a capitulation. We need something like this, like a COVID shakeout. We don't have it yet. We've got a lot of room to the downside. We've overthrown, overbought, and I think we have room to the downside. When you go down to the smaller time frames, you can see, like, let's take a look at the Russell. The Russell here on the daily is just a textbook Wyckoff distribution. We're heading down to lower levels. Equities are in a decline. The dollar is in a rally. There's geopolitical turmoil. There is war. There is supply chain stressors. There's a lot to be bearish about. Now, and those are fundamentally bearish things, but the technically bearish thing is we've been on a fucking massive rally. We've been on a massive rally in traditional finance. We've been in this bull market for, goddamn, like, we've been in a bull market for 4,000 days, 5,000 days. That's a lot of bullish price action. So from a technical point of view, a correction is due. Either a mid-cycle correction where we at least come back down to the lows and resume the trend, which is a large shakeout, by the way. That's 32% correction in the S&P. Just to continue. Now, if we break out of this channel, recession, depression, ain't nothing gonna save you. The currency will be tinned tuna. Taking a look at the NASDAQ, just obscene, like parabolic. What do you think happens after a parabolic rise? An 80% correction. Parabolic rise, 80% correction. Doesn't mean that we can't continue the parabola. So we need to watch out for that. But if this is a conclusion of a rally, we're looking at an 80% decline. And this is our highest correlated index here. That would bring us back down to kind of this support range back here. I don't know. Fundamentally, shit is weak. Technically, shit is on a cliff. You need to just, and this is why I say it's a trader's market, because investments are long-term things, and I don't see anything long-term. I don't see anything pointing to, hey, this is a good long-term thing. I don't. Maybe precious metals, copper, silver, gold, commodities, grain, you know, pork belly, soybeans, oil. So the commodities market will probably be a good place to go long trading commodity futures. But yeah, no, equities, they look like shit. Overbought, ready for a correction. What you say is true in my experience, Baloo. I've lost so much money over 2 cycles trying to beat BTC returns in alt. Okay, so just sit on dollars for a year. I think so. I think so. Give it a year. I mean, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. You know, going back to, it's a trader's market. A trader's market, a trader sits in cash, right? So when we take a trade, we identify it, we put part of the portfolio to work for that trade. When the trade is done, we cut it loose and we sit in cash. I think that, you know, if you do have an appetite for altcoins and you're really looking for investments, I think the very least you can do is let the capitulation play out. Let the capitulation play out. Going back to, where are we doing? What are we doing for time here? I'm running out of time, man. It's just been a really ranty session here. You know, going back to Bitcoin, we have the possibility to rally. Like on the high time frames for Bitcoin, there's absolutely a possibility to rally. Maybe we get a rejection here at around 33,300, or we get a rejection up at around $40,000. So there's definitely some room to the upside potentially. But ultimately, we're still concluding this distribution, and we need to get to that cycle low. We need that capitulation. We need full-blown panic and fear in the markets. Once we get that, I will feel better about investments. But the investments that I'm taking, based on the information that I'm looking right here in the charts, this isn't my opinion. These are facts. These are clear, cold-cut facts. Is that the investment in crypto is Bitcoin. That's it. That's the only one. That's the only one. We have all of Bitcoin dominance, any alt BTC pair, they're all going to be underperforming Bitcoin. And that annoys people because they come into crypto for the altcoins. They don't want to buy Bitcoin because I can't make money in Bitcoin. I have to buy an altcoin. And that mindset will fuck you every single time. You have to be objective and put your bias aside. This is a cold, hard reality. It's something that is plain to see. This is not my opinion. This is in the charts. In the charts. What is in this coffee? Jesus. Okay, I gotta wrap this shit up. What a preachy bullshit stream. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, I believe true capitulation is when the majority of people don't even want to hold Apple. Let alone BTC. I'm still sitting mostly in cash right now till then. That's a fantastic approach to the markets. Blaze one. David Tafoya, are the people still bullish on Bitcoin SV and Theta? I don't think so. I mean, you can talk to the Theta crowd, they're bullish on it. You can talk to the BSV crowd, they're bullish on it, but they have no reason to be. Thanks for confirming. I was a bit concerned. I have canceled my head scanned now. Okay, well, I did make most of my money with altcoins in the bull market. In the bull market, you did. That's what I'm trying to say. It's market dependent. You made all your money in altcoins, but that only works during a bull market. Only 10% of the time. 10% of the fucking time. I gotta get out of here. I'm just getting real preachy. All right. That is all the time I have for today. If you guys did enjoy this content, please leave it a like. It felt a little like I was being like an overbearing parent, at least for me. But you know, everything that I've said today, I do think you have to look at the charts. You have to look at the facts at what we're seeing, and as long as Bitcoin dominance is rising, alts are going to underperform. So BTC.D, bookmark this. BTC.D, Bitcoin dominance. Okay, as long as this chart is on a rally, alts are going to not be the place to be. And as long as the dollar is rallying, nothing is going to be the place to be. So watch those two charts. They're really going to be quite revealing to the kind of macroeconomic environment that we're currently in. And if you can, invest according to those, then absolutely. And yes, altcoins are the place to be when it's the time, but I just don't think it's the time. And you'll know it's time when this chart is trending down. If we encounter this resistance in reverse, yes, altcoins. But, you need this environment. This is when people make all their money. That's the environment. Okay, so if you enjoyed this content, please leave it a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you are interested in joining the Crypto Jungle Discord. There is links below. You can join the free side. Come check it out. Say hi, hang out. And then if you want to upgrade to VIP, there's also links inside of the Discord as well. Use the coupon code BEAR for 25% off your next 2 payments. And yeah, please trade safe. It is a jungle out there. Peace.